Welcome to another episode of The Usual Saints. I'm Mike D, here with Head again, which I thought was Jeremy, but I guess he didn't. I don't know if he saved it or... Yeah, because, you know, we got our guest coming on. She's going to think your name's Head. So here with Vinnie and Jeremy.
Hello.
Hi. So, guys, we're not going to start with the week thing because we just covered that. For those who don't know, we're going to redo one episode, record another one. We just had an awesome episode interview with Michaela Lee, which aired the week before this one. With we're going to be interviewing Ramanda Brockett. She's a registered dance movement therapist. My bad. I want to make sure I get that right. Based out of Missouri, I believe. So
Missouri, wow.
Definitely should be an interesting conversation to see, first of all, what it's about. And, you know, I mean, I know nothing about it, so it's going to be like a learning experience.
You know Missouri's nickname, right? The state nickname for Missouri? Anybody?
Show me state.
There you go. Jeremy.
Good job. You get a cookie.
Jeremy gets a t-shirt.
A t-shirt. Yeah. One of Vinny's used t-shirts.
One of my t-shirts, yeah.
With the pit stains and the jizz stains. And
no.
Michaela was asking. Michaela was loving the talk after she left. She said, "You and your pillows." So that was fun.
God. Okay. Yeah. So you know what? Now we got to get t-shirts made with pillows on it. Yeah.
We got to have like Vinny's pillows
different
or something on there.
Yeah, different kinds of shirts.
Just a picture of a pillow, and if you know the usual sense.
Yeah. Or a pillow screaming.
So that means it's not consensual. So I just lied to Michaela when I said it probably was consensual.
That's messed up.
All right. So like I said, we'll knock out a few topics before our guest comes on for the day. Did you guys hear about that New York City woman that found that apartment in her apartment? I know that sounds a little weird, but I'll explain if you don't know.
An apartment in her apartment.
Yes. So she's in her apartment in New York City. I've never had an apartment in New York City, but I can imagine, things come along with it. She feels this breeze, this draft. She can't figure out where it's coming from. She pinpoints where it's coming from. It's coming from behind her bathroom mirror. So her being, I guess, adventurous, decided to take the mirror off the wall. I've seen Candyman one too many times to know not to do that.
No.
So she removed, instead of talking to her landlord, she removed the mirror from the wall, went through the hole in the wall against her roommate's wishes. I think she had roommates with her. And she discovered
in there.
Yeah. She discovered an entire unfurnished apartment that was like totally not done at all. So basically she just doubled her apartment size if she would have kept her mouth shut. But she, of course,
she told the landlord.
Yeah, of course.
Dunce.
I don't know how in New York City that would go unnoticed. Like the space is a priority there. Like how do you not realize that? It's like in the movies where you try to figure out where a false wall is and you realize, wait, the building should be here, but it's not. It ends right there. Why is that? So how is this whole corner missing from this building and no one knows and no one decided to explore it? I don't know.
An entire apartment, like had another bathroom and
like, yeah, I think it was unfinished. I think it was unfinished, but yes, it's basically an entire apartment. I think it had a door and everything. So I don't know how was the door walled off with drywall? I have no idea. It didn't really get into that in the article, but
how does the landlord not know about it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you have a superintendent, you have a landlord, you figure someone's got to know about it. I don't know if there's bodies buried in there. I assume that would have been in the article if there were.
No, you never know. As soon as I felt the breeze from behind the mirror, I would have moved. Said, I'm out.
You've seen Candyman, right, Vinny? Jeremy, I know hasn't, but
I haven't seen Candyman. No.
What? Oh my God, that's the best.
Hey, there was a long time that I was with Jeremy that I wouldn't watch horror movies and stuff. They just kind of freaked me out. But now I love them. But I didn't see Candyman. I know what it's about and everything, but no, I never saw it.
I think I've said this on the podcast before. I still refuse to say Candyman 5 times into the mirror because I'm afraid.
Candyman.
You're not saying it into a mirror.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead. Make sure you record yourself so we have that video.
Candyman. I'm gonna. I ain't scared.
Oh my God.
That's not
What
true.
did you?
I'm scared.
What did you guys think of the Space Jam news and the Pepe Le Pew getting fired and that whole kind of thing? Or do you not know about it, Vinny? I don't know.
I hope
I have to plead
still well
ignorant.
taken care of.
I heard something about it, but I don't know the whole story.
All right, so you basically know that
still taken care of. That's all. I mean,
Pepe Le
don't
Pew.
worry about the children. Yeah, worry about the children.
Well, we all know Pepe Le Pew was basically a non-consensual. I never saw him have sex, but I think he's probably a rapist. And so he he's basically trying to get the cat the whole time because she's got the paint going down her back.
Down her back.
That whole thing. So he was apparently he was in the original Space Jam. I don't remember the movie that well. I wasn't that big a fan. I know he was apparently, Jeremy. I see you shaking your head, but he was going to be in this next one. They cut him out though, but not for the outrage, not for the whole Me Too movement, everyone being outraged about this non-consensual guy trying to do things kind of thing. It wasn't because of that. The article just happened to coincide with that. He was cut just because when the new director came in, he didn't think the scene worked. But apparently, allegedly, the scene was Pepe Le Pew's at a bar or something. He's trying to hit on probably another cat or something like that. And LeBron and some of the other characters come in. LeBron basically says something like, "Oh, that's not cool, man. You can't do that kind of stuff." So it would have been actually good if they would have left it in the movie to show kids, "Hey, you can't do that kind of thing.
You can't do that." Right.
Right.
No,
but
I thought you said he had to leave the movie to go run for the governor in New York, but whatever.
Jeremy really wants to bag on.
Vote Le Pew. Vote Le Pew.
Whoa. I mean, come on. Are you still going to sit there and tell me, hey,
what?
all these people are lying?
No. When did I ever say that? I never said that. Don't give me that shit.
Yes.
No. Vinny, did I ever say that the...
I never heard you say it. But you guys talk forever, so... After the show. So.
I thought you meant during the show. You just drowned us out.
No. You guys talk like your boyfriend, girlfriend.
You're talking about the conversations in Messenger where you guys
yes,
to be a
Messenger. I love it actually. I read it instead of reading a book to go to sleep. I watch you guys. I watch you guys converse.
So
it's fantastic. It's fantastic. No, you're not boring at all. It's riveting, actually.
Okay.
It could be a novella.
No, listen, me and Jeremy, actually, we used to talk, with text and everything. We still do occasionally, but more of it is messenger based because if we're going to do something, why don't we talk on the podcast? So he's totally off base here. I never said that I don't believe I think everyone needs to have their story heard. And so you can't say that something didn't happen. So, and there's too many people coming forward, unless it's a conspiracy. I think there's a sixth woman and they are referring it to the law enforcement. The governor's office is referring it to the police. So, I mean, there's probably something there. And he basically came out and apologized to people he made feel uncomfortable. So, I mean, I don't want to say he didn't admit to anything and he's not going to resign. Even though de Blasio even called for it today. So we'll see. I mean, I like what he did during coronavirus, but you can respect someone for what they did. Not the nursing home thing, not the fucking nursing home thing, you loser. I'm talking about.
Come on.
Okay. I knew where you
liked what he did.
As soon as the words came out of my mouth, I knew where you're going to go. Okay. No, not the covering up shit. Thing. That was fucked up. But at the same time, I do believe the part where he says that Trump's administration was trying to tell him not to do that sucks. Yeah, I get that. Having a federal government, a state government, clashing with each other is never going to end up well. But I mean, just the fact of what New York was able to do under his administration to get COVID under control. It did. I would have rather been up there. I still would rather be up there than down here in Florida, man. It scares me down here with the way people act with the masks and that brings me to my Wawa story.
It's all over though. It's all over though, Mike. I mean, it's not one state worse than the other because it's everywhere, man. It's of course the more populous areas are going to be more obvious, of who's wearing and not wearing, but it's everywhere.
So I was at Wawa the other day. I was getting my free drink. Join Wawa Rewards.
You guys got Wawa there now?
Yeah.
Yep.
They started down, I think, in West Palm, and they're all over the place. Now there's 2 or 3 in Vero.
Don't mind me. I'm just moisturizing while you guys are talking.
long as your hand doesn't go any lower, we're fine.
He had many lotions to choose from.
That's private time.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
I kind of like the hose, so I hold on to the cream a little longer.
We're gonna isolate that and use it as a drop. I kind of like the hose. It can go either way on that.
Anyway. I walk right into that shit, man. It's
all
whatever.
right. So I'm at Wawa the other day getting my free drink. And I ordered a sandwich, which is beside the point. It was really gross. I would never order it again. Roasted chicken sandwich. Oh, gross. Sorry, Wawa, you suck with that.
Gas station food.
But that's the thing. You keep getting me on tangents. I've heard from someone who knows about Wawa's history, and I think I read it myself. Wawa didn't start as a gas station. It started as the restaurant, but then they wanted to make more money, and they realized that they can make money when people are stopping there to eat anyway to get gas. And so that's why people think of it that way. The food's not bad. Like a Philly cheesesteak there's good. The desserts are beverages, so this don't count. But yeah, I totally see what you mean. I mean, it basically is a convenience store at this point, but they serve food, and that's how they started out, allegedly. So I'm in Wawa. If you guys have been in one recently, they got those red dots on the floor. You're supposed to stand 6 feet apart. You're supposed to wear a mask in the store, all that shit.
Right.
I'm at the register. I'm probably 2 or 3 people back on my red dot, 6 feet spaced as supposed to be. This guy in scrubs walks in without a mask. Walks right in front of me and stands to the side of me, probably 2 feet away. And I'm standing there waiting in line, and there's a dot behind me. He could have stood on, and he looks at me and says, "Hey, are you going to go in line? Are you in line? Whatever." And I said, "Yeah, I'm standing 6 feet back, like they asked." And he just, I don't know if he didn't hear me or if he just didn't give a shit. And so he just goes right in front of me. And so I, being me, walked around him, and I got up to him. I said, "Hey, I'm in line. You're not cutting in front of me." And he said, "Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I asked you. You didn't say anything." I said, "No, I told you I'm observing the 6-foot rule that Wawa asked us to on those dots." So, and then he kind of shut up. I get to the register, check out. It takes me a minute, Apple Pay and all that shit. And I start walking away from the register. So this guy's still behind me. He walks up to the register and he goes, 6 feet, ooh, like that. And so I turn around and I go, you're supposed to be a medical professional. You're wearing scrubs, and you're going to not wear a mask, and you're going to act like that. You're going to mock, this disease that's killing people. And he turned around and he said something. I said, and he said, "Fuck you," when he was walking out. And then I said, "Where do you work at MedExpress right next door?" Because that's what's right next door. And he's wearing scrubs. That was my guess at the time. And he kept walking. He turned around. He called me a pussy. And then he said, "Fuck you" again. Yeah. And so then he kept walking. Then he kept walking, but he was doing the walk where he didn't want me to know what car he was going to. So I followed him out the store, even though I was waiting for my food. And so I took out my phone, and I saw he's in a blue Volkswagen SUV. And I start, taking a picture. I didn't get a good picture of him. I got a picture of the SUV. I was going to get a picture of the license plate. He knew what I was trying to do, though. This motherfucker, he backs up. He was parked front of the car, in the front of the space. He backs up beyond the gas pump. So like if anyone was behind him, he backed up so fast he would have hit him. And he backs up, turns as fast as he can, and speeds away before I can get anything else. And he left the parking lot, so I don't know where he went. He didn't go to the MedExpress because I looked, being me. But this guy's just a total douchebag. Like none of that was called for. And if he's wearing scrubs, I assume he's either a vet tech or a doctor or a nurse or something. And to treat a disease that's killed over 500,000 Americans, so callously. Well, I mean, it's just.
You've gone looking for the car on other days now?
When I went to Wawa the other day, I had another free drink, and I went through I looked in the MedExpress parking lot, didn't see it. And I'm like, I wanted to put it on like the Mask IRC, which is a local group, for vaccines.
Are there any other medical facilities around there?
No, I mean,
like I said,
he could have been going anywhere.
Yeah, he could have been going anywhere. I mean, he could have come from the hospital and then come all the way to Wawa for some stupid reason. Sure. Maybe he was on a lunch break, but it's just people like, I don't understand people, man.
Well, the guy seemed like just a general dick to begin with. So
yeah.
I don't think it took COVID to drag the dick out of him. It was just there.
I went to that Wawa a lot when I was staying up in Vero recently, and I'd say 30% of the people in there never wore a mask, even though policy was everyone was supposed to have one on.
Yeah, it says it on the fucking
The hell's
door,
wrong
doesn't it?
with you?
Before you walk in,
The fuck is wrong with your eye? You're muted.
you're muted as well. Did you?
Oh,
Did you knock
I'm just gonna
out-
fix. I'm just gonna fix my contact. I have contact solution right here. You guys can keep talking about the Wawa.
Holy shit! Wow. Well, leave the audio on. I want to hear you squirt your eye with shit.
I'm gonna do it on camera.
Oh, cool.
I know it should be fun to watch.
I hate when people touch their eye. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
I was wondering what the hell got in your eye.
I don't know, man. Listen, I got 2 cats. It could be a hair from my long ass hair. I have no idea.
Usually you don't
Here,
do
Vinny,
shit
this
on
just for
camera.
you.
No, Jeremy's talking. Keep talking, Jeremy, so he doesn't come on. Okay, there you go.
Oh, you don't have it, so you see all of us at once, huh?
I see you, but not in large form.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not in large form. Not
No,
3.
when you talk, I see you. You come up. On
The gallery view is nice. I like that one.
Yeah, I prefer it. I like where I can see everyone, so I can see everyone's reactions. Like if someone says something funny, or Jeremy's just doing his thing and drinking a Coke or whatever, I can
That's
mock
right.
him a little bit, things like that. Or if one of his kids walks in the background.
Yes, that happens a lot.
Let's see what else we
You
got.
missed them on the other side, trying to go underneath the cable to get past me. Cable draped across the room. It's awesome.
Did you guys hear that Jeff Bezos' ex got married? The one I thought was kind of cute, and you guys were mocking me for it. But
the guy was kind of cute, or she's kind of cute.
No, the girl,
Okay.
Mackenzie Scott.
When did we mock you for that?
No, we talked about it on one podcast, and one of you was like, I don't know if you guys know what it was.
No, I mocked him. I mocked you.
She's pretty cute, and she's a billionaire.
You know what makes her cute? Yes, that's what makes her cute. The
$40 billion is very cute.
It is, but
exactly. Mike, if you had $1 billion, I'd be cleaning your dishes right now. You know what I mean?
Speaking of which, Vinny, stop touching your mic. No.
Oh, sorry. I know, right?
I'm gonna scold him every time. It's like a kid. I wish we had a button like on those game shows or whatnot. We could squirt water at him or something. If we heard him doing it, we could squirt water.
Well, this microphone is phallic, so it's a phallic symbol. So it's like it's hard to.
It's phallic, so Vinny automatically has to touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit! We just said something. I forgot what I was going to say. I hate when that happens. Okay, so she got married. That bummed me out a little bit, but I'm already married, so that's fine. But she got married to a teacher at her kid's school.
No, what's her fucking name again? What's her name?
Mackenzie Scott.
I want to look her up again.
Look her up. She's not bad looking, man.
Mackenzie Scott.
So I got to imagine there's a prenup involved.
I don't know, man. Apparently, that's what I would think too. But according to the article I read, it was like, I mean, it could have been just off, someone just bullshitting, saying that he became a billionaire instantly. So I mean, is that kind
even
of
if the prenup though, he could still. I mean, he could still end up with a lot of. I mean, you have $40 billion.
Oh, come on!
Give up $1 billion.
What?
New husband Dan Jewett from a post on good. She looks like what's that little beaver's name on SpongeBob? The little beaver that lives underwater.
Sandy?
Yeah, Sandy. She looks like Sandy, the fucking beaver.
It's a squirrel. Sandy's a squirrel.
Oh, she's a squirrel? All right. Beaver, squirrel, rat, whatever, man. Same thing.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
She's a squirrel. Yeah, she looks like a squirrel.
Yeah, I would hope she got a prenup because, I mean, they got married fast.
They did. But, we'll see what happens.
When you have $40 billion, it's fast. I mean,
dude, she's got like gray. She's got gray on her gums. I mean, come on.
Vinny took forever to type in the name, but now he's looking at every pixel that she has.
Oh my god, dude! Come on,
whatever, man.
I've seen better skin on baloney.
Mackenzie Scott, if you want to be a guest on the show, feel free to just let us know.
Yeah, you need a good talking to, baby. She needs to use that $1 billion for special things.
Oh my god, dude, you're crazy. The other day was International Women's Day. Did you guys celebrate
on Women's Day?
Yes, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. No,
I didn't know it was Women's Day.
No, I did not.
No.
I wanted to make some jokes such as, do women really need a day of their own or a month of their own? Because apparently it's National Women's Month or Women's Month or something.
Every day is Women's Day. Trust me. Every day is Women's Day. You guys are married, for Christ's sake.
I just wanted to make jokes about that kind of thing. I thought it was funny, but it popped up and there were some memes I shared online on Facebook that made me laugh. But I like, me, I like my dark humor. I like my things that'll make people laugh. People will be offended by. So when I heard it was International Women's Day, my friend Maj, he shared some stuff, and I was like, yeah, I gotta repost that. But just wanted to see what you guys are doing for that. St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. By the time this airs, it'll probably already have passed. It's coming up. I miss being able to go out for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
I liked going to like Filthy's down here. It's a bar and hanging out, having a few beers.
The last time I was out was on the weekend of or before St. Patty's Day last year.
Right.
And that was the last time we were out at a bar having green beer, had a couple of green beers or whatever. And the bars were already empty because the COVID thing had become, more popular. So, everybody was starting to, hide out. But yeah, I mean, it's been that long already. So
I've been out since I've been to like a bar or two since then. And it's just, it's not great. Like I went to watch a Steelers game at Filthy's, and listen, their business are trying to make money, but it was way too crowded for me, man. I hung around. Yeah.
If it's crowded and it doesn't have like an outside where I can go out and sit outside, I won't go unless the place is totally empty.
Well, I mean, it's crowded and you're watching a Steelers game. Neither one of those is good.
Easy on the Ealer stay, okay?
You're not a Steelers fan, are you?
Of course I am.
Wow, I didn't think my opinion of you could get lower.
Well, there you go. Proved you wrong again. I proved you wrong again.
Jeremy thinks he can talk shit just because Tom Brady came to town and won him a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I can't talk shit about Tom Brady anymore, man. I mean, the fact remains that he's definitely the greatest of all time.
Yeah, you can't say it was Belichick anymore.
I mean, I think I hated Belichick more than I hated Tom Brady. That's what the thing was. But being that they were a couple, I couldn't separate the two.
I'm still going to talk shit about Brady. I'm sorry. Like, it's just he's such a baby about shit. I mean, the tuck rule is created because of him. Whenever he doesn't get a flag or he gets hit the wrong way. Of course it was.
It was there. People just didn't know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He seems like a little bitch to me. That's all. But whatever. And he
can't. When he was drunk, he can't hold his liquor either.
That's what I was about to say. That he can't hold his liquor either.
But then again, who knows how much he drank? Maybe he drank
He did have the balls to throw a Lombardi trophy from one boat to another. I'm just saying.
I don't call that balls. I call that stupidity.
That's crazy, man. Oh,
all
man.
right. All right, let's take a quick break. Our guest should be coming on soon, so we'll take a quick break. If you guys want to call in, we can do live phone calls, 240-724-6877. I'm the only one that can talk to you, but if you have a question, comment, or topic.
About that.
Yeah.
If you have a question, comment, or topic, we can go over it and cover it for you. But and we're still live on YouTube. But if you're listening to this in podcast form, you don't care about that. So you're listening to The Usual Saints. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, this is Zeb Wells, and you're listening to The Usual Saints.
So where's our dance woman?
No, she's not back yet. I was looking at my emails to see if she messaged.
What time is she supposed to be on? Like 6:15?
Yeah. So still got a minute.
No, okay.
Like now.
It's not 6:15.
It's 6:14.
Yes, you guys can read a clock. Congratulations. Hey, Michaela's retweeting us.
I can't see my sundial, so I can't go by that.
That's not
digital. So
I wanted to mock Vinnie because he took so long to type in Mackenzie Scott. I can imagine him pecking at the keyboard with two fingers. He's got to put his glasses on so he can see the keyboard. I'm going to bust your balls a little bit.
I'll give you the two finger thing, but I do not put glasses on to see the keyboard.
I type with two fingers too, but like I'm the two finger master with the thumbs on the phone. Like
no, I was doing it on my phone. Oh, you're two fingers on the phone. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I used to be awesome with the old keyboard or the old old phones where you had to hit the button 4 times to get a D or get.
It's a skill.
Awesome at that.
That's the flip phones.
I could do that while I was driving and not even have to look at the phone.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Usual Saints. We have all this before talk to you leave in, I think, as long as none of it was too offensive. I think it was fine. I love when I'm not sure. I have to double check.
Jeremy was talking, so that was pretty offensive.
Oh, what was that? I'll allow it.
Oh, Saint's asking if he can make a Wi-Fi call. Go ahead, Saint, call in. Been a while since we talked to you. I'll say it to him. Let's see, guys, did you have any? Did we ever cover? I don't know if we want to get into it if we have a guest coming up. Yeah, we should probably shouldn't get
let's get into it till the guest comes up.
I was gonna say we should cover that thing that Jeremy said, the character crushes. I didn't know if we had what we were doing, a top 3.
Did we do that already?
No, we did this. What's going on?
Oh, we did.
What?
Are you guys still there? Am I frozen?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
No, you're back.
Oh, she's coming in. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. And who is that sitting with you?
This is my assistant. Her name is Sophie Claire. She's an emotional support animal.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's a toy Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
She likes to be the star of my meetings. Like she sees me put the headphones on and then she hops up like, here I am.
Don't people know that dogs always steal the show?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Never work with kids or animals.
That's right.
Well, Ramanda, I'm the one who's been talking to you. I'm Mike. I got Jeremy and Vinnie here. We're Visual Saints. We also have our dude Saint, who was thinking about calling in, but he's in the middle of the Pacific, so we'll see if he can or not. But
Bering Sea, close enough.
Bering Sea is, northern Pacific.
Sure.
But we wanted to chat with you. I know you reached out to me, which is awesome. We're glad to have any kind of guest and topic on the show. So we are really kind of curious because we know nothing about dance movement therapy, right?
Yeah, correct.
All right. So tell us what is that? What does it entail?
So dance movement therapy, scientifically, we're on the same tree as embodiment studies. Embodiment is the philosophy that whatever you experience emotionally also shows up in the body. So like, I have a stress headache. I have an anxiety tummy ache, etc. That's, a very everyday version of the belief of embodiment. On the clinical tree, we're part of the expressive therapies family. So anything that uses the modality of an art form, such as music, poetry, literature, visual arts, to achieve the goals and treatment of clinical psychology. So that's a little bit, I like to show the different trees when I start talking about it to kind of explain where we are in the family of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So who is the target demographic, sort of say, for this type of therapy?
Well, people with bodies and minds are a good place to start. Since we're working with embodiment, it's very broad. It's very open. A lot of people specialize in different things. Me personally, I specialize in developmental movement, which does a lot for trauma recovery. And I love working with itty bitties, and I end up working with a lot of adolescents and women.
Good. That's great.
And how did you get into the field? Like, I have a psychology background, but like I know some things psychology. I never would have heard about this. I've heard of, like you said, the mind-body connection. Mm-hmm. I know there's an author. I always drop Howard Stern's name, but he always talks about Dr. Sarno and how I don't know Howard Stern. I just drop it because I like to. I want to interview like him. But he always talks about how back pain is somehow related to the mind, and so like the whole mind body thing that's
absolutely kind of that's a part of embodiment studies. For example, lower back pain is pain and fear of the past. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to experience that. I'm hiding it behind my back, so to speak. We're real fun creatures when it comes to those word games our subconscious plays with ourselves. So you're on the right track when you say, does that fit in there?
Okay. And like, how did you get involved with it? Were you was it something you stumbled upon? Was it something you knew about and wanted to pursue?
Well, I think I stumbled on it in the way you can say that, somebody who was set in a room full of marbles stumbled on it. It's kind of like it picked me. I started out, believe it or not, in organized religion. I started out as a reverend in the Assemblies of God. And I was a missionary. I did short-term missions for 3 years as a full-time unpaid volunteer. And the part that I really enjoyed was being a dancer, having a background as a soloist. When you go to certain countries that are experiencing cultural genocide and real genocide, if you say you're any kind of artist, they just shove the kids at you. Okay, teach them something. You got music, you got dance, whatever. Here you go, teach the kids. So I had these aha moments overseas of, if I could just do this somehow as a living, I'd be a real happy person. So I stumbled on it. I wasn't looking for it, but I did end up having to resign from ministry. I started having panic attacks from just trying to do too much and be too much and have no money. And sometimes as a missionary, have no food if nobody donated to that organization. Right. I came home from a country to the missions house here in the US, and there was like 2 packets of ramen. And I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. This isn't working. We got low workability here. So I resigned without knowing what the next thing was. And I went home and I was looking for choreography. I was online. I was like, let me not get lazy. I'm still a soloist. Let me look for choreography at that time, not now. Let me look for choreography. And I stumbled on somebody's video project of their final project for being a dance movement therapist. So, no big deal. I was a little excited. I didn't eat or sleep for 3 days. And now here we are. And I'm a dance movement therapist.
That's great. Now, is this done in a group dynamic, or do you do it one-on-one with patients, or?
Yep, absolutely both.
Both. Okay.
I love doing groups. There's something extra that peers get from each other. Sure. Right. It's not the person selling it. They're getting it from each other. And that's a big, what we call buy-in. It's a big way in therapeutically. So yeah, absolutely both.
So is this more, each person's kind of like free form dancing, or are you trying to do like a choreography to get them engaged, or how does this work?
You can use choreography, but that's why the definition of dance movement is dance movement. And it's not proper to say dance therapy, because that implies you have to be able to dance. A lot of the questions I get about possibilities is, well, what if someone's in a wheelchair, or what if someone's missing a limb, or body trauma questions like that? And my answer is, if they can understand me, if they can respond to music, if we can have some kind of mind-body connection, there's still possibility. That's where I work from. So I don't care if the person's in the hospital bed laying down, if they're in the wheelchair, it's to express. So if that be a gesture of movement, if the person only has a couple gestures, we can work on that. But there's no prerequisite. If you have a body, you're in, right? If you got skin, you're in. We're in the human club. We can all do expressive therapies.
Sure.
Yeah. I hope I answered that. I know I went a couple places there.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Mike, I think you're muted, buddy.
Oh, sorry. That's me. Yeah, we go off on tangents on this show all the time, so it's all good.
Okay.
Regarding because you mentioned a few times you were a soloist. What is that like? What did you do as far as dance? I know nothing about dance. My daughter took ballet a little bit, but that's all I know. Is that what soloist means, or is that a different form of dance that you were specializing in before you got involved in this?
Yes. So I grew up doing liturgical dance. I specialized in interpreting worship music with signed English to make the feeling of the worship music accessible for non-hearing folk. And from there, I veered off into choreographed stage fighting and human video. So I have a big body of personal work when it comes to embodiment, or taking on a character, or doing mime, or feeling the music that existed. And you have to have a dance resume to be accepted as a dance movement therapist. You have, well, maybe not dance. You have to have an embodiment resume, whether that be you've been into yoga or Tai Chi or martial arts or ballet or a dance, or in my case, liturgical dance. You definitely have to prove that you really are a dancer deep down at the core of you to get in any dance movement program.
Okay.
And where are these programs normally? Is it a university, college, or
So this is a graduate program. There are currently 7 places in the world. We're working on number 8 in India. So stay tuned. 2 are in the UK and 5 are in the US. I personally hail from Lesley University, so call me biased, but we're the best. They have the only hybrid program. So I was able to take spring and fall term via virtual and do my internship back home in my community and then attend residency in the summer to get the training to be able to go home and pioneer my modality. Kansas City doesn't have another dance movement therapist that's active besides me. So if you feel called to somewhere, if you feel like this is my city, these are my roots, Lesley happens to be the best.
There you go. Good plug. I like it.
Thank you.
We're all about the shameless self-promotion on the show.
Absolutely.
They don't pay me. I don't get anything from them. I just want to make more dance movement therapists in the world.
No, that's good. That's a good outlook.
And I mean, we talked about like the ages, like, you know, adolescents and little guys and girls and everything. Is there any particular, and I don't want you to feel put on the spot or anything, any success story that stands out to you that like really like affected you or anything like that? You don't have to use names or anything if you don't want to. I just wasn't sure.
Paring down, I always use fake names. I'm in the habit now. So I'm always Sally and Bobby and whomever. Paring it down, I wrote my thesis about me creating a protocol for dealing with multi-DX clients. So that's clients with multiple diagnoses. Could be a physical disability on top of a mental disability, on top of a behavioral diagnosis, all these layers, right? What some people might label a difficult client. I love those cases. Give me that on top of my breakfast because we have some fun. I met this one little guy and English was probably his third language. His family had lived in a refugee camp for 5 or 6 years. So like most of his life on top of his disabilities. And they had just come home to the US for real, which was how he got a pass from the state to have emergency services. So, you know, the fancy expressive arts can be for, you know, that kind of situation. Hopefully when we're aligned with the state, it's not, I hate that it's exclusionist. That's another sidetrack that I'm taking. It's not supposed to be fancy, right? I'm trying to dance with everybody. Eventually my trajectory is to be in private practice and be on a sliding scale fee because I really dislike the whole trend in our society where all art, whether it's expressive therapies or ballet or whatever, becomes exclusionist. Anyway, back to this little guy. So he's escaped. They're home in the US and English is like his third language, but he's not a fluent speaker in any of them. Now, some of his case, you know, workers might refer to him as nonverbal. That's another one that I really hate because he came in saying car, truck, car, truck. Well, we got verbal now. Don't tell me nonverbal if somebody has words. He was talking about there was a big race truck, I guess, outside in the city that we were in. He was excited. So we started with car and truck. And we had to sing, we had to play, we had to dance, we had to use props, we had to bang on drums. And 6 weeks later, we went from car and truck to this little boy singing Little Blue River and their best friends, telling me the whole story about the toys and what we're doing. And the whole thing unfolded like, oh, he's having these outbursts at school and doing the running away because he's lonely and he doesn't have a best friend.
Okay.
So that's one of my transformative stories where I was like, oh, this is the magic. Okay. Got it.
Nice. What led you to, like I said, we kind of go all over. What kind of led you to the ministry or whatnot when you first went there back in the day? Like, is that a calling you always felt? That
back
you needed?
in the day.
Oh,
it was a Tuesday,
I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that. I just mean.
I mean, you know.
Listen, you got Vinnie here, you got me here, Jeremy. We're all, you know, whatever. What I'm saying is, I just meant it was not what we're doing.
The beginning
currently.
of the story.
Yes. That.
Once upon a time. So I was privileged enough to grow up in a very strong Pentecostal church and see women doing ministry, doing dance and performance arts ministry, kids church putting on plays and performances. My parents were super active in the church when I was little. Like some people grow up going to church. I grew up in church. We're talking about 4 nights a week, and that's excluding revival week because that's 5 nights a week. There's a reason I hate chili to this day. Okay. Too many chili cook-offs. So, there was always helping people. There was always doing something different. And I personally feel like it's the same journey. The road just kind of does some things that you weren't expecting on the way up. But I don't know how Bible literate we all are, but I see part of me being a dance movement therapist as I'm still fulfilling Isaiah 61. I was in ministry school and I am now, which the first few verses says, the Spirit of God is on me. He's called me to bind up the brokenhearted and set the captives free. So I see mental health in America as a hidden missions field. I'm still a missionary. I'm still called to be somewhere. And I definitely said some stupid prayers when I was a young woman, telling God, I'll go where nobody else wants to go. I'll work with whoever nobody else wants to work with. And I ended up in some countries that were experiencing genocide. And then now I ended up in mental health because guess what? Who's really unlovable? Who's really hard to serve? Who's really hard to make a difference for? I'm going to posit that mental health is up there on the top 5 list. So I still feel like even though it's changed and I'm very different and my worldview is very different after all that, it's still the same road and I'm still fulfilling the same calling.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone would argue with the mental health thing. I mean, we've seen that just in the past year or two, especially, and I'm not trying to go off on a tangent, but I mean, mental health has been put in the spotlight because it seems to be addressed in our culture and society a lot as more of a law enforcement issue rather than a place where people who need to come and provide some sort of caring or therapy or treatment for these people. So, I mean, I think a light's been shown on it, whether or not that continues. Hopefully it does. But that's why, we're glad to have a guest such as yourself to kind of bring light to something I don't think any of us had any idea what it was. I told the guys that I was in touch with a dance movement therapist. We were like, what? So,
yeah, really?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
No, of course.
I am pushing that work through community mental health where I am now. We're administering one of the emergency grants for mental health through the Department of Mental Health. And a big chunk of my work is doing trauma-informed and self-care training for correctional officers and police officers and teaching them real simple embodiment tools such as breathing exercises, tapping, stretches, even how they could maybe coach a client, somebody they're serving, through how to calm themselves down. And there's a huge demand. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time for all the trainings that they want me to do because it is so of the moment that we realize how needed it is right now.
So right now, is most of your work through government agencies more than private at all?
There's many hats. There's my volunteer work, which is with Service Hearts Coalition, which is a bunch of radical, amazing breakthrough ladies who all have different wellness specialties, whether it's yoga or embodiment or music therapy or dance therapy. And we work a lot with private charities who will put people through a wellness retreat or a wellness program. So that's the volunteer piece of it. I work for Community Mental Health, which is a nonprofit organization for folks who are on, say, Medicare, folks who can't get seen another way, but really need the mental health support piece for their journey. And then the other hat through them, that company signed up for the grant through the state to help with, because a state of emergency was declared, Department of Mental Health received a grant from the Fed to do what's called crisis counseling work, specifically to COVID as a mental health crisis. So half of the week I'm a therapist and half of the week I'm a crisis counselor. And on the weekends, I'm a wellness retreat facilitator.
Okay.
Nice.
Are you at times, people refer you to people that need help, like from other psychologists? They say, well, I have something that might help you through this, and go ahead and try, get in touch with Ramanda.
Referring to me?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Other psychiatrists, like a psychiatrist has a patient and, thinks, well, maybe the things that Ramanda does can help you out. So I was just curious if that is known maybe through the industry, probably not so much because it's not as popular as other therapies, but if you got any from other psychologists or psychiatrists.
Absolutely. So that's a big part of my work. Like I said, I'm pioneering the modality. So that means I'm pushing the awareness for people to even know that it's an option in Kansas City. The other side of that coin is my whole internship experience was everybody else kind of gets to the end of their rope and it's like, oh, let the kid try. Was here, we can do some dance. So especially because me and my big mouth, I went in there and told everybody that my work ethic is that I work with possibilities. I take can't and don't and won't and make a nice sandwich for lunch. So I get the trouble cases. I get the difficult cases. And then we have breakthrough. So it's wonderful.
Well, I feel the positive vibe coming from you. I mean, that's got to help even just from the get-go, having that aura about you. So I wish you luck and I would try something like this. I see a therapist when I can now because of the COVID, but it's helpful. And having another way of finding therapy and helping yourself through things I think is great. Having different options of what to do.
For sure. So, having another way of getting it out because we don't have to talk about it.
No,
you don't even have to tell me your story. Right. I can diagnose you with just movement.
Right. And some people don't have to, are afraid to talk about things. And if they have this as an option, it might be helpful, but I think it's a great thing. And I wish you success.
Thank you.
I got to say, I don't think I could ever participate just because I can't dance. And I know you say you don't have to know that to dance. I don't like to move. At my wedding, Jeremy, you were at my wedding. Did I move? I don't know. I know that's not what it's about.
You don't want to see Mike move. You might not do this anymore.
Well, we can always start with breathing. We can always start with regular stretches that we're comfortable with. And, it's, I don't ever force anybody. I don't ever make anybody. I don't ever tell anybody. I invite, I entice, I model, and then I get a lot of buy-in from there. So even if you're the kind of person that you think, well, dance movement might not fit, maybe it's art therapy, maybe it's literature therapy. There's a whole world of expressive arts that provides a different way in and a different way of expressing to get breakthrough results.
Okay. If anyone could get anything from this interview in particular, like obviously we've talked for a while now, what do you want people to get about what you do? Like what's the breakdown? What message do you want to get across to people?
It's for anyone who wants to try it. And it's much more powerful than you think signing up for it. There's a lot of studies like Van der Kolk, The Body Keeps the Score, a lot of PTSD studies, a lot of things about how trauma is encoded physically in our musculoskeletal system. Being able to work with someone who is highly trained to unravel that language and help you become the boss of it, right? You can have PTSD, but I don't want PTSD to have you. It is the magic. I just get in because it is the magic. It's for everybody and it is the magic, I guess.
All right. Well, like Vinnie said, I mean, you're obviously passionate about it. You obviously care. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. Cause I mean, I've had a few therapists that I didn't think cared and that they were just talking therapists more, but they came across as, I remember one said that I needed to talk to them. Yeah, I know I need to talk, but you also have to help me get there to the point where I feel comfortable talking. So, I mean, just to have another way people can express themselves, kids, adults, anyone you work with, that's pretty spectacular, I think. All right. Well, what do you want to promote? Leslie University, what do you want to promote?
Well, we did give them a wonderful plug before.
We did.
I think they're good at this point. I would like to say the grant that I'm working with, if you are a Missouri resident, it's called Show Me Hope Crisis Counseling. And if you look at Facebook or if you just go to showmehope.org, MO for Missouri, so showmehope.org, there's all kind of free programming. There's all kind of resiliency training, whether you're a police officer, a first responder, a nurse, We're trying to make something for everybody. Most of those programs, I'll end up being your teacher, and we will end up doing some kind of embodiment, some kind of dance, some kind of breathing. So if anybody's a Missouri resident out there, please get into that. It's absolutely free. It's a grant, and we're trying to be here for better mental health at the end of COVID.
All right. And that was moshowmehope.org. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All lowercase, all together.
All right, cool. All right. Well, Ramanda Brockett, I appreciate you coming on as a guest today. I hope you had fun and you were very informative. I learned a lot. So,
well, thanks so much for having me, guys. I had a ball.
Oh, it's great. Well, we'll have you again sometime, or anytime you want to come on, just let us know.
For sure. Let me know. I'll do my research. If you want to talk about PTSD specifically, if you want to talk about domestic violence specifically, let me know.
Okay.
All right. All right. We're gonna take a short break. You've been listening to The Usual Saints. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Fred Alfred Boy. Listen to The Usual Saints on your favorite way of getting a podcast.
Okay.
It's just three of us again.
Sorry.
Yeah,
this dog was going crazy.
I wasn't sure if it was even Padme. I can't tell anymore. I know Noelle makes a bunch of noise, but I hope you guys can never hear her. I need to soundproof this room really more, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I have too much crap on the walls.
Downstairs barking. So
at the doorbell again.
Yeah.
Pizza delivery.
No, somebody came over.
So what do we think? Are we not going to talk about this? Is this the elephant in the room or what?
Well, we're recording again. What's the elephant in the room?
Our guest.
What do you mean? We're going to talk about whatever we need to talk about. What do you want to say? You're back. We're back with The Usual Saints. What's going on? Go ahead, Vinnie.
Vinnie wants chili now.
Is that what it is? Is that the elephant?
No, I wanted to talk about our guest. I mean, did you guys like it, or Of
course, we were going to get there, Vinnie. We were just coming back. We were doing our before talk before he came back. Jesus,
you're
in such a rush.
What the fucking before talk?
He does. What are you talking about? We always do the thing where we just bullshit and then we talk and we come back. We leave it in now. Remember, that's the before talk and then there's after talk. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It's getting a little meta for me. Can we move
on? Too meta?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, Vinnie. Go ahead, Vinnie. What'd you think? I thought she was very, like I said, listen, I'm always honest during the interview.
Of course.
I knew nothing about it.
No, me neither. Me neither.
So I thought it was very
I mean, you can tell she's very spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
She's got that going for her, and she's very passionate about what she's doing. I'd be curious to see, her patient success rate or whatever, or I'd like to talk to some of her patients and see what they think about it. Are they walking in there and going, okay, I'm going to go do this thing. And then they're walking out going, Jesus Christ, now I want chili. But,
hey, we had someone in the chat the whole time, but I just noticed it now. So Lori Diaz, sorry we didn't hit you up.
Oh, Lori, come on! If you didn't see her chat,
I'm gonna type something to her. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
She's a friend of mine, man. So yeah. Sorry to get.
Oh, that's right. She came in. She went on the Facebook chat the other day. I'll give her the number.
Yeah, tell her she wants to call. Go ahead and call right now while we're.
I did.
Cool.
I mean, I'm gonna wrap up soon.
You can still only talk to Mike, but
yeah, that's right.
You really wanted to do that, Vinnie?
What?
She may not be a friend anymore.
No, that's true. She can only talk to Mike. I forgot about that.
You guys like to bag on me.
You can call anyway.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah, Jeremy, what'd you think about Ramanda and what she does with the dance movement therapy? I hope I got that right in the links, because I thought I was calling it dance music therapy and I knew that was wrong. So I wanted to make sure I had dance movement.
Dance movement. Yeah. Right. So
seemed like a very nice woman.
Yeah. That's it. That's where you're leaving it, right? That's where you're fucking leaving it. Holy shit.
It's tough not having seen this before or even heard of it before. I mean, hopefully she's getting results like she said, and that would be awesome. Yeah. I'm not as into the, my lower back pain is caused by me having memories in the past I want to forget. That's
it's kind of
I don't think of it as, I strained a muscle back there, but I get it.
Is that your science background?
I'm sure there is some body mind stuff. It's just a little different for me.
By the way, Lori said that it was really interesting. So there we go. We had a pretty good interview, I think.
Well, good. I mean, if somebody liked it, thought it was interesting, then that's great.
Yeah.
Are you saying you didn't like it?
And I know Lori. And what'd you say?
Are you saying you didn't like it? Is that the problem?
No, I liked it.
You said if someone liked it, that means you didn't.
If someone other than us liked it, fucking guy.
Like I'm realizing, like, I'm gonna send her the link to probably the YouTube interview, but I'm realizing that I don't know if she wants the whole link to the podcast to like show off to her friends and stuff, because not Lori, I'm talking about Ramanda, because of her religious background and stuff. Like we talked about some stuff at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Whatever. You got to listen to the podcast
before she decided to come on.
Hey, she had plenty of time to research what we do, right?
I know.
Anybody willing to come on this podcast hasn't listened to it yet.
Exactly. I doubt very much she has heard about me fucking my pillows. I really doubt it.
I'm totally sending her this podcast link.
I totally doubt that. Okay.
I'm telling you, that's our first T-shirt. It's a pillow. You know, if you know, that's telling you. That's it.
A pillow cringing. Get away from me.
You guys are great.
I think religion did a job on her. You know what I mean? She's I don't know. She's spiritual now, and she grew up as a very religious person with her parents and all. Sometimes I can fuck with people.
Sometimes
I was trying not to go down that route. I was trying to be nice.
Well, I got to be honest about it too. I can't. Do I appreciate what she does? Yes, absolutely. If she's out there trying to help people, and she did the thing, going abroad, trying to help people in other countries and all that kind of stuff with this stuff, then hey, I applaud her 100%. But you got to be honest about the way you feel about.
Hey, she went and did stuff somewhere, or tried to help people somewhere I'm not going.
Exactly. So I have to respect that, and out of respect for that, I'm not going to, come down on her on a personal level.
It's a to each his own or her own thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, pretty much.
My mom got on me the other day because she said that she doesn't like that I bag on her when they bring up religion. She thinks me, my wife, my daughter kind of snicker or laugh. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she brings up something like, she'll bring up something on a Ouija board. And I'm like, yeah, because you're trying to tell me the Ouija board is bringing me demons and shit. That's a movie.
Right.
So, whatever, to each their own. I'm not really religious. We've talked about that in the past.
Not really. Is that about the understatement of the year?
I think I'm agnostic, I would say. I don't think I'm an atheist. I want something to be there, but I just don't. I'm a man of science, I think. I don't have a physics degree, but I have a psychology degree. So, Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, great. We're on the Big Bang now. Is that what we're on now? This is the Big Bang Theory now?
Is it? I've never watched the show, so I just thought it was kind of unfunny, but I never watched it. All right.
Never watched it, but didn't like it. That's awesome.
No.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
From the clips, and I don't like sitcoms. Few and far between. I can't watch that shit.
Sitcoms?
No.
Really?
If you like to laugh.
I didn't know this about you.
I do like to laugh at funny stuff. That's why I watch Super Mansion and Robot Chicken and Titan Maximum.
Chicken.
Plug Zeb Wells. Plug Zeb Wells.
Of course, Zeb Wells is the best. But, watch a sitcom once in a while. Come on.
Like what? Give me an example.
All in the Family. You would like that because there's a lot of
All in the Family's all right.
like that.
Yeah, and then didn't she die?
Who? Everybody dies.
I thought Edith died in the show or got raped. Oh, she got raped.
She got raped.
No, that's what I'm saying. So there was realism to it, so I can appreciate that.
She didn't really get raped. She got attacked. He was trying to rape her. She didn't actually get raped. He was.
I like comedies. Go ahead.
Did you guys watch this last year now? Probably right before COVID. Jimmy Kimmel was putting on old episodes of All in the Family and Jefferson. But using like Woody Harrelson and Marissa Tomei.
Right, they were doing them live. Right.
Yeah, it was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I didn't watch it. I like comedies, but I like I like serialized stuff, or I like some comedy movies. I like Deadpool, but I know that's not a straight up comedy. That's more a comic book. But that's funny. That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
John Oliver makes me laugh every week. Last week tonight.
John Oliver's funny as shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I like to laugh. I just don't like rom-coms or generic bullshit like Jeremy. I mean, sorry. If you guys are fans of Big Bang Theory, go ahead. I'm not a fan. So
I'm not a big fan. I mean, I won't shoot somebody in the brain for watching it, but it sounds like you might.
I'm not going to shoot anyone. I don't believe in guns. So Jeremy's the one. Yeah, maybe.
Mike's more of a slasher. He's more of a slasher guy.
A slapper, a slasher, a knife someone.
Jeremy's a serial killer. He uses all kinds of stuff. Hatchets. He uses hatchets and sulfuric acid.
I don't even have a gun. I've never shot a gun. I've never shot a gun. I've never touched a gun.
Yeah.
That was Jeremy's nickname in high school.
Jeremy ties people up in the basement and has rats eat them.
There's no basements in Florida.
All right, the attic then. You don't have very many attics up there either.
Show him the crawl space.
You got a crawl space?
No.
He does. It's a little attic where he found a bunch of beer bottles and shit.
Oh, well, that's where the bodies go.
It's accessible right behind him there. You can't see.
That's where the bodies go until they start to smell well.
All right, let me wrap up. Let me wrap up so I can take Heather to dinner. She had a bad day.
So now you got something to do. I got it.
No, wait. If you guys want to keep going, we've been going for an hour already. I can keep going though.
Just keep adding shit to this. Adding shit. Oh, by the way, we're doing this tomorrow. Where did this come from?
Oh, by the way, we did have someone message us. Let me look at that.
What?
I don't know if we could do it tomorrow.
No. Fuck no.
You said no, you can't do any tomorrow?
No. Who is it?
It's a cosplayer from Hawaii. So it'd be tomorrow.
From Hawaii? What's her face live out there?
Yeah.
Liz?
So it's one of the people Liz recommended.
Oh, okay.
Or told us about.
Gotcha.
She said she'd be available tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon around 3. So I don't know if either of those works for you.
I don't know. I got things to do tomorrow.
Well, 3 her time is 8 our time?
No, 3 our time.
3 our time.
You sure about that?
You guys are trying to do the math. Yeah, I got it right in front of me.
That's
like
math.
10 a.m. for her.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Is that what she said? 3 p.m. Eastern?
Yes. Anyway, we'll talk about it off.
Eastern Hawaii or Eastern United States?
Motherfucker, there's only one Eastern time zone. I don't know.
Well, Hawaii is also United States, just so you know.
I'm talking about the mainland, goddammit, and you know that.
Well, no, you said Eastern Hawaiian or Eastern United States. Hawaii is part of the United States.
You know, I meant the land, the fucking.
I don't know what you meant.
North of fucking America. Okay,
you're a Steelers fan. I don't know if you know anything.
Oh wait, so I don't know. I'm kind of happy now. Should we keep talking, or are we going to do it?
You're kind of happy now.
I like laughing.
You were sad a couple minutes ago.
No, not sad. We could talk about the celebrity crushes, but I don't know. We can end on that if you want.
We can talk about that next time.
Yeah, because that might take a while.
All right, so we'll wrap it up.
I mean, you can talk about something short.
Where are you going to dinner?
Where are you going to dinner?
You guys didn't hear me?
Yeah, we heard you. It just wasn't that funny. Moving on. Where are you going to dinner?
I don't think Vinnie heard me.
No, what did you say?
You said talk about something short, and I said your dick.
Oh, that's that's news. Come on, holy shit,
that's funny. No, I'm just going to Bob Evans. Heather wanted to go.
Bob Evans.
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
I went to college with his grandson.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. Just did.
Bob. Was his name Bob?
No, his name was John.
John
Evans.
That's just as boring as Bob.
Is that the extent of your story?
I went to school with John Evans.
He went by Buzz, but
Buzz. That's better. I like
call him Buzz Lightyear.
I like a cool nickname. No. We should have cool nicknames.
This was in 1990.
Jeremy could be a Buzz. You can make Jeremy.
Jeremy
would be Buzz.
His name's Head.
Oh, Head. That's right. Head.
Square. La cabeza cuadrada.
Mike's just an asshole. He doesn't need any other name.
Remember yeah, that's fine. You can call me asshole. That Dennis Leary song is my theme song.
Trust me, we all do.
Thank you. All right, let's wrap it up for the week.
All right, fuck
You
it,
guys
man.
got anything? You guys got anything to end on?
What are you getting to eat at Bob Evans?
Yeah.
I have no
What are you
fucking
gonna
clue.
eat? Gonna get a salad? Are you a salad?
No.
Are you gonna get a salad?
I don't
Give me
eat
a
salad.
salad.
Man.
Give me a Cobb salad. Give me a Cobb salad.
Do I look like I eat a salad?
Who goes to Bob Evans for anything but breakfast?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably wind up getting something. I mean, the
You have
chicken.
good breakfast?
Yeah, you never been to Bob Evans?
That's
No,
kind of
man.
the thing.
We got Waffle House up here. We don't fuck around Bob Evans.
Waffle House closed in Vero.
They did. Where were they?
Out west.
Oh,
Right by the
that was a while ago.
7-Eleven that shut down too.
Wasn't it?
Out
Oh
Wawa put
yeah.
a bunch of people out of business.
That Wendy's went out of business too. Everything's out of
Yep.
business.
Yeah.
All right, let's just wrap it up then. All right, if you guys want to follow us, go to our social
What's Heather
media.
gonna get to eat?
Motherfucker, I don't know. Do you want
What's
her to
Heather
call in?
What's Heather gonna get?
I'm gonna tell her to call in.
What's Heather gonna get?
I don't know. You guys keep talking. I'll get her
What
to
does your
fucking call
daughter get
in.
when
So
she goes
you
there? What does your daughter get? Macaroni and cheese, right? Don't all
Chicken
kids just eat
nuggets.
macaroni and
Well,
cheese?
no, she gets like appetizers and stuff. She doesn't eat a lot.
Yeah, that's what
So,
she
so she get like chicken fingers and macaroni and cheese and
That's probably what Michael order.
yeah, Michael get that.
He'll get chicken fingers.
I remember me and Mike used to go to CC's for dinner when we were at the Connecticut
Would
School
he
of
eat only
Broadcasting.
plain?
Yeah, it's only plain.
Plain cardboard
We
with
used to
cheese.
sometimes DJ would go with us. Is he even
So
listening?
there, Mike?
I'm here.
So
I was just trying to get Heather on the phone. Heather, are you there?
you're not sharing.
You know what sucks is we can't talk to her.
Hang on, Heather. Let's see. I'm trying to change that. Let's see if we can talk to her. We're gonna play around with the last few minutes of the show. Heather,
Okay.
can you hear us? Hello?
I can't even hear her.
Yeah, nothing.
Heather?
You got her muted.
I don't know. I didn't think so. I
Uh,
was trying, man. Let's see.
Hello,
Why do I hear
virtual.
myself?
hello.
Speakers.
You know,
Hello.
Bluetooth.
Heather, are you there? Hello.
Heather.
Heather.
This isn't working. Heather, are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Oh.
You're supposed to be on the
It
phone.
wasn't working. I couldn't hear anything.
Well, go
Oh
back
my
out there.
God. You're ruining everything.
Hey,
You're
Mike,
ruining
I heard-
You're
everything.
ruining it, Mom.
You're
Mom, get out of
ruining
my room.
Hey, just so you know, I could hear her then. Is that okay? It was working.
Yeah,
I could hear her.
Oh, wait. I can hear her now.
Hey,
Heather,
I can
something.
hear you.
You can hear me?
Hear who?
Yes.
Can you guys hear her?
I can hear her. Can she hear us?
Heather, can you hear Jeremy and Vinny?
Hey,
Nope.
Heather.
That's
Heather.
disappointing.
Heather.
Why? What do you want?
Heather.
Somewhat not surprising that Mike can't figure this out, but
What do you mean it's not surprising? I don't think Google Voice was built so we could go ahead and do this. We were just trying to see if this worked, and they were asking what you were going to have for dinner. But they can hear you, so go ahead and tell them what you're having for dinner.
I already decided. I'm having the fried pork tenderloin,
That sucks.
and I'm going to have something for dessert, though I don't know what yet. So I'm going to eat a lot of food.
You're going to have pie.
That's good.
You're going to have a pie.
Vinny
Apple
says you're
pie.
going to have
enjoys her meal.
Vinny
Apple
says you're
pie.
going to have a
With,
pie.
apple pie with ice cream.
A pie. I could have a pie.
There you go.
Well, I think Vinny said pork tenderloin sucks. Is that what you said, Vinny? Why'd you say that?
I don't know.
No, it's really good.
Are they good? Pork tenderloins from Bob Evans.
I think she likes it.
Check that out.
Jeremy said he hope you enjoy your meal. We're just still working out the kinks on this, but hey, at least they can hear you. And you have any questions or comments or topics for the usual saints to cover, Heather?
Do I right now?
Yeah, you're
No.
you're fucking on the phone. I mean, so.
I can only hear you.
That's how you talk to your wife?
Listen, I had a bad
Stop
day.
being a dick.
I don't want to talk about it. I want to go eat.
All right.
All
See you
right.
guys. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
All right. I'll see you in a minute, honey. Love you.
Love you, Heather.
Bye. All right.
Well, that was a colossal disaster.
That was horrible.
What do you mean, the tech aspect or my wife's
Yes.
phone call?
No, the tech expert.
Just everything. I'm
Yeah.
Like her.
I'll,
really
I'll have
sad
to
right now.
I'll have to Google it. The problem is I have to be able to find. I mean, I could probably bug one of you to join me and try to do a Zoom thing and just to test things out.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean, at least we can get people so we can hear them. I know it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing, right? So,
Yeah,
Sure.
no, you're right.
All right, guys. So like I was saying before we kind of went off on a tangent, follow us on social media. We're the Usual Saints on a lot of places. I think I even joined Snapchat. I haven't used it, though. I don't think I'm on TikTok yet, though. So you go to our website, theusualsaints.com. It's got all those links as well as everywhere to find us. But you can also find our podcast by just searching any podcast streaming service for the Usual Saints. We're everywhere. I'm pretty sure I've put us everywhere. So I did a pretty good job there. Let me pat that back.
Yourself on the back. Yeah. Have yourself some ice cream tonight.
And tear your other rotator cuff.
Yeah, no shit.
You can call in next week. Next time we do a show, we'll do it live again on YouTube. And you can call in 240-724-6877. You can also leave a voicemail there. I'll put it on Do Not Disturb tonight. So voicemails, we can play them as well. And for the Usual Saints, I'm Mike D here with Jeremy and Vinny. Thanks for listening.
Peace.
So do you think you'll get dessert?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I like their desserts. They have like Cinnabiscuits that are pretty good, but I don't know.
Cinnabiscuits. That sounds
Doesn't
good.
sound like a dessert.
Yeah. I love how
ice cream or brownies or pie.
We'll see. I don't know.
You don't like ice cream?
I like ice cream. I don't know. I just lost like 5 pounds this week. I got to keep going down.
A little ice cream ain't gonna kill you.
I had a vanilla shake.
Unless you're diabetic, that might. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, if you're type 1 diabetic. I'm type 2. I eat ice cream all the time.
Both of you are type 2?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, hey, don't be getting all uppity. I'm pretty sure you're damn close. If not,
no, I'm good. I'm good.
You told us you were pre-diabetic last time.
No. You said I was pre-diabetic, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Pre.
It's the same damn thing.
Holy shit.
It is not. All right, guys. That's good. I love it. We're going to end with the pre-diabetic. Fuck you.
Bye.
All right. I'm out.
Later.